Why is this the best trail shoe ever? I'm about to tell you. Let's go. Well, good morning, everyone. We are back out in the woods, specifically Kananaskis. We're down doing Lynham Ridge today, and as I mentioned in the opener, we're going to talk about the best trail shoe ever, in my opinion, that is. And there's a lot of amazing reasons why, so we're going to get to that shortly. And right now we're just going to enjoy this hike. The seasons have changed, of course. It's fall now, the snow is here, and I am not hiking in my Nordas today. I wish I was. I've got my big clunky Salewa boots on, which are good as well, and there's a reason for them, and they have their place, but I didn't want to be taking my shoes off to talk about the Nordas when, well, there's lots of snow. So we'll check in a little bit and we'll talk to you about the Norda 001s. I said when I started this YouTube channel that I would never do a gear review, and well, here I am, so inspired by the Norda 001 that I'm gonna do my little gear review. I suppose it was probably inevitable. I mean, to be fair, I am a bit of a gearhead, and I was in the outdoor industry for a few years, several years actually. I was working for Solomon, their Alpine division. I was a tech rep with them, and then I moved on to the North Face. I was a sales rep with the North Face for several years, and so got pretty deep into the gear world, let's say, and you know, sales meetings, sharing thoughts and listening to product designers and things of that sort. So here we are. Never say never, I guess. So let's get to the fun stuff. This is the Norda 001, and I said it was the best trail shoe ever. I have no idea really, but I can tell you I've worn a lot of trail shoes over the years, and this one is definitely special. So let's start with the outsole first. This is the Vibram light base. They've reduced 50% of the actual base of this outsole, and it's 30% lighter. And they're using their 5mm lugs here, and their whatever secret compound this is, this thing is super tacky. Amazing descending, and I have yet to find conditions where it doesn't excel. So it's a pretty special outsole. They use this on other shoes, and for a good reason. So check that box on the good category. Okay, so another thing they're doing here is this midsole. If you notice, this is also Vibram. And to my knowledge, this is the first Vibram midsole that they've done for any shoe. So if there's another one out there, please let me know. But it is super nice, really plush, but not too spongy. It sort of bridges that perfect gap between trail feel and cushioning. So it's absolutely fantastic. I've looked at it and I don't see a ton of compression here yet, so it's definitely not breaking down. I mean, they say you can get 1,000 miles off this shoe, and I have seen other YouTube videos on it, and people who have literally gotten 1,000 miles. So so far so good for me. I think we're somewhere around 275 kilometers on this shoe, and really it looks pretty fresh. So I'll get you some good close-ups here pretty soon. So again, I'm checking the box on that midsole. So let's talk about the stack height in this shoe. I believe it's 26 in the back and 21 in the forefoot. So that's a 5 mil drop. For those of you who may not be comfortable going to like a 0 drop shoe, this could be the sweet spot for you. For me, again, stack height is nice. It's not super high, but it's definitely plush enough. It gives you some trail feel. If you want more trail feel, you got to go to a lower stack height and go to their 002. I have not tried that shoe yet, but it looks fantastic as well. It has a regular heel counter. But for me, again, if you're putting mileage on your feet, this is almost perfect. All right, so the upper. So this is a pretty special upper. This is a bio-based Dyneema fabric, and it is a seamless upper. So it's a one-piece upper, no seams. So obviously that's gonna lend itself to strength. And again, tested this multiple day hikes, backpacking trips, scree slopes, scrambles, and I don't think I've found a single flaw with this upper yet. It is definitely bomb-proof. It's absolutely amazing. Now, one of the questions that might come up is the breathability thing. So I think it's probably a little warmer, but again, you got to remember where we are. Certainly for us, we're in the Canadian Rockies, and I found no problems at all with the breathability on this upper. I'm sure if you're down maybe in the southern US or somewhere where it's constantly hot, it's gonna run a little warmer for sure, but honestly, I've had zero issues with this yet. So pretty phenomenal upper as well. So let's talk about the laces here, something you don't often talk about in a shoe. This is a polyester Dyneema blend on this lace, extremely durable. Again, they almost look perfect. One of the things that you do have to do though is you do have to dial them in a little bit because they're quite tacky and they don't move. So you do have to spend a little bit of time just dialing in that fit to how you want them, but pretty phenomenal. So I'm gonna give that another check on that one. So let's talk about this heel. It is quite thin back here. Definitely not traditional heel counter. And there have been some people that have said that it requires a bit of breaking in and some mileage to really get that back heel broken in. I've had zero issues with it. And one thing it does absolutely amazing is it does really cup your heel. So I've had absolutely zero heel slippage in this. But again, your experience might be slightly different. Okay, so one of the cons, aside from potentially that heel counter being a little thin, might be the price. This baby is $285 Canadian. Ouch. I said I wasn't gonna buy this shoe when I first saw it, but I was too compelled and I had to see what all the fuss was about. And it is expensive, but so far so good, worth every penny. And if you're gonna get 1,000 miles off this shoe, $285 all of a sudden doesn't seem like a big number. I've had a couple pairs of Ultras and geez, at 100 kilometers, I'm starting to see the outsole pulling off the toe, wearing on the upper. So again, if you're a thru hiker, man, I think this is gonna be an amazing shoe. Extremely durable, price is expensive, but there's so many great features with this shoe. So definitely check this shoe out. It might be the one for you. So we just got off trail. We did around 13K, maybe a little bit more, and it has been like this all day, snowing in the morning, raining in the afternoon. So this shoe's been getting it all day, and it was the last test that I wanted to do with this. It is not a Gore-tex shoe. This is a bio-based Dyneema composite fabric. It's a one-piece seamless upper. It's absolutely amazing. And I wanted to see, would this stand up to the weather test? So I took the shoe off and I checked my socks and they're pretty much dry. So pretty incredible. And if this was the last piece that was gonna make me a believer in this shoe, that's it. So this one passed, A+.
Here's the shoe that I was wearing, or the boot, Gore-tex. My feet were completely wet after today, and it was just a little bit of snow. It moved its way right through the upper. Socks were soaking wet. Here's what my wife was wearing, the Norda 001. Dyneema upper, no membrane, no Gore-tex. Her feet completely dry.